Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harrison Athletic Boosters turf groundbreaking ceremony. In 6 months, 2 turf fields will be installed, one inside Wildcat Stadium and one behind the visitor bleachers. In addition to the turf fields, a brand new digital scoreboard will be installed on these grounds. We thank each of you for attending today's ceremony and for making our athletic and music programs a top priority each day. There were many that doubted this day would ever come. Thank you for believing in the Wildcat Stadium renovation project. At this time, we ask that you please stand, please remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by our JROTC as our Harrison High School Band, under the leadership of Mr. Brian Egan, performs the national anthem.
Left, right, left, 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 right, left, group, hold, right, hey. Present arms.
Today would not have happened without the tremendous effort and support of many community members, business partners, district leaders, and district employees. There are a few groups of people that we would like to thank. Please hold your applause to the end of each group. Starting off, thank you to the Harrison Athletic Boosters Turf Committee, made up of Joe Fetty, Jack Smith, Julie Eisen, Brian Peak, Kevin and Kelly Bly, Russell Brown, Lauren Wassler, Jay and Aaron Phillips, Mike Rogers, Bill and Lori Swope, Chip and Lori Pittman, Brent Beisel, Dan Denier, Jake Curry, Jim Dallio, Rob Deller, Spencer Ford, Melissa McKendrick, Brian Egan, Derek Rehage, Mark Ziegler, and Chris Johnson. Without their tremendous effort and time, this project would not be possible. Now for a few words from Booster President, Mr. Joe Fetty.
Thanks, Mark. I want to start off by saying what an honor and a privilege it is to not only live in a community, but to be involved in a community that supports its schools, supports its programs, and its athletics. I would like to thank everybody that made this day possible, as Mark has, everybody that donated their time, their funds, in every way that they possibly could. I'd also like to thank the Cincinnati Bengals and the NFL for making this possible by giving us that little jump to get to the next level to secure Harrison Athletics in the future. Thank you very much.
We would also like to thank the Southwest Local Schools Board of Education, Tricia Evanson, Linda Peak, Susan Robards, Vice President Mike King, and Board President Jeff Biddle. Now coming to the podium at this time, Again, Board President Jeff Biddle.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see all of you out here on a nice, bright, crisp day, just like football weather will be in the fall. Well, in the interest of full disclosure, I want to say something I've said many times over the years when it came to turf on a high school field. And that was a quote from a famous Major League Baseball player about 50 years ago, and that was, "If a horse can't eat it, I don't want to play on it." Well, 50 years ago, when I was here in this school, we had football, we had basketball, baseball, and track, wrestling too. All boys sports. Nowadays, you've seen the advent of girls in all sports. You've seen more boys sports added to the list of things that we offer our students. And to make a long story short, we've got this building project going on out here. Our grounds have become more condensed. We don't have the grounds to be able to, the luxury, shall we say, maybe to the old timers, of a grass field. Turf was absolutely essential at this stage for our bands, our teams, to be able to provide year-round usability of our fields. I just want to thank the Cincinnati Bengals and the NFL for their contribution to get this project over the way, the contributions of many others in this community who are beginning to make this a reality. I want to thank you for your time, and let's have a great day and a great groundbreaking, or perhaps a turf breaking.
We would also like to thank the staff of the Southwest Local School District, many who have donated time, money, and energy as well to the project. So thank you to those staff, especially the staff that could not be here today. We would like to thank our administrative team here in Southwest. It's one of the finest group of leaders in Ohio. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Superintendent John Hamstra, Treasurer Thomas Lowe, Assistant Superintendent Corinne Hayes, Director of Operations Adam Lobeck, Pupil Service Director Kirsten Rogers, Director of Facilities and Communication Mike Morse, High School Building Principal Matt Lindley, Assistant Principals Chris Niehaus and Brandon McBee, Transition Coordinator Nick Roth, Junior School Principal Christian Tracy, Assistant Principal Dan Rouster, Harrison Elementary Principal Ron Mangus, Whitewater Valley Principal Mia Neckel, Crosby Principal Joanna Gotti, Miami Town Principal Dave Kelly. Round of applause for those administrators, please. As Mr. Biddle stated before, along with Mr. Fetty, there are so many to thank it would be hard to do in one sitting here that have raised, again, $1.5 million for this project. We do want to point out a few of those that have made special contributions, and we'll do our best to cover all. Harrison Youth Football Board for the support of this project and the countless hours of them dealing with me, coming down and meeting with them and talking about the project. So HYF, thank you very much. Harrison Music Boosters for their support. Again, as Mr. Biddle said before, the turf will allow our band to have home competitions, which we've not had in some time. Triumph Energy and our local BP stations for supporting this project with an outside-the-box idea of pumping gas to give back to the Wildcat Stadium renovation project. A thank you to Mercy Health, Michael Kramer, President of Mercy West, and Dr. John Zisco, our team doctor, along with James and Abby, our trainers here. We are also thankful for First Financial Bank, Matt Miller and Bob Moulter for financing the project, again, along with countless other community members and local businesses who have contributed to make this possible for our community, all of whom will be honored as you walk in our stadium on the donor wall, which will be up next fall. Round of applause for those folks, please. As for how did we get here today, the Harrison Athletic Boosters Group was faced with a challenge. Due to the construction of our new schools, we would be sacrificing some of our athletic facilities to accommodate for the new buildings and site needs. After several meetings, we knew the only way to make sure our students' needs would be met would be with the installation of a turf surface so more teams and groups would be able to utilize the space. The Harrison Athletic Boosters Turf Committee was formed last February. The committee was made up of, again, parents, grandparents, coaches, alumni, and administrators. Our goal was to raise enough funds to install turf at Wildcat Stadium, along with examining other outdoor facilities to make sure that we were providing for our athletes, teams, and band with spaces that they would need to be successful. All of this is being done, as many of you have heard me say before or see on social media, no tax dollars used. In addition to reaching out to our community members and local business partners, the Turf Committee also formed the NFL Grassroots Grant Writing Committee. This team was dealt a tall task: create a plan that would catch the eyes of not only the Cincinnati Bengals, but the NFL. Thanks to Julie Eisen, our major grant writing contributor, along with Joe Fetty and Brian Peak, this task was accomplished. We now turn the mic over to who we are here to thank from the bottom of our heart, the Cincinnati Bengals. If I could have the cheerleaders come up at this time. We will have a few words from Katie Blackburn before our official check presentation.
Good morning. I just want to say on behalf of the Bengals, I am really honored to be here to be a part of this today. We love to see great things happen in Cincinnati. Harrison is amazing in terms of being a great part of the Cincinnati community. Thanks to Mark, the boosters, and all the work they put into getting this project done. We are very simply glad to be a small piece of all the work that's gone into getting this done. And we like the expression "hooday" at the Bengals, and I want to give a big hooday to everyone here today and all those who have made this project happen.
Again, if you have a camera, we would like to do the check presentation at this time. If you need to come up, I know we have some media here as well. Feel free to do so. We'll take a minute to do this. Let's please have another round of applause for Katie Blackburn and the Cincinnati Bengals and their donation of $250,000 to the Wildcat Stadium renovation project. On behalf of the Southwest Local School District and the Harrison community, the Athletic Boosters again want to sincerely thank all of you for your support for our athletes, band members, and other groups that will be able to utilize this space for years to come. You do not realize the impact that this will make on our community, all of our programs, our athletes, students, for many, many years to come. At this time, we would like to begin the groundbreaking ceremony, which we will have multiple groups come up, grab a hard hat and a shovel, and we will get pictures here in the front. I want to make sure that we are clear for our coaches, because I know our coaches are going to help out with this. We will be doing a team photo with football, boys soccer, girls soccer, cheerleading, and the band before those students go inside. So again, if you are 9 through 12 football, boys soccer, girls soccer, cheerleading, band, we will be getting a photo with you. Also the Turf Committee, those members that are here, we need to be getting a photo with you. The following students, if I could have your attention for one more minute. The following students need to make their way down to the track at this time: Ella Pittman, Mason Dallio, Grant Swope, Austin Gray, and Riley Legner. Again, those students need to be making their way down to the track at this time. For our first photo, we would like to have our Board of Education, Superintendent John Hamstra, Joe Fetty, Brian Peak, our Bengals reps, Lisa Sweeterman, Matt Miller, Jack Smith. Those folks, please come up at this time.
cheer.